Hello everyone, this is part 7 of What If Naruto Awakened Storm release, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and to like, to subscribe, to see more, comment down below. Seen standing on what seemed like fingers off a giant's hand. Their forms were blurry and seemed to be made out of a static rainbow. The eyes were the only clear thing that was able to be seen from each member. Standing on a platform looking over all of them was a man with purple ringed eyes. Gazing over them as if he was above them. Though in a way, you could say he was. He is God after all. Are you saying that the Nine Tails Jinchuriki managed to drive off you and kiss him by himself? The man with the strange eyes asked, not showing if he was angry or not. Yes, Pain-sama, Itachi said, looking up at the figure. Itachi had managed to block the attack with one of his more costly moves. He used his Susanoo's Yata mirror. It is capable of blocking everything, but it costs him heavy damage to his eyes. He was not going all out when we were fighting, but he still managed to defeat me. Although I wasn't going all out, plus, we underestimated him. He put extra emphasis on the we part because that little brat did a lot of damage to both of them. Wow, I think the walking fish stick and his fisherman got their asses kicked by a 13-year-old. Ha ha ha, the outburst came from the one with black eyes and a scythe. Do we need to go and get him? He spoke mockingly to the two. Shut up, Hidden, you know he isn't our target. The harsh reply came from his teammate. Shut your fucking mouth, you money-hungry jackass. Man, one day I am going to kill you, Kakazu. Please. The short reply only seemed to make his partner even angrier. Everyone else just watched, annoyed at Hiden's actions. He was not well liked by everyone else in the organization. I hope someone kills this guy already. The hunched-over figure spoke to his partner with blue eyes. I know, Sasori, my man, his art is really horrible. Silence. Pain spoke in a calm but commanding tone that snapped Hidden to attention right away. Itachi, Kisum, can you tell us any information on the Jinchuriki? Yay, he is extremely dangerous with a blade. Genjutsu doesn't seem to work on him, or at least the lower tier one I tried to place him under. He is extremely proficient in his bloodline, along with complete mastery over wind and water elements. I will assume from the major lighting attack he is also well adapted in his lighting element. He also has what seems to be mastery over the Nine Tails chakra. Itachi spoke while recalling all of the things he witnessed Naruto show during the fight. I see. That is bad news. Pain said, narrowing his eyes in slight anger at the boy becoming too strong. You will go after him one more time and go all out without killing him to try and draw out more of his skills. This gained a nod from the two members. Roger, Pain-sama. I will be sure to cut his legs off this time. The two then disappeared. Everyone else is dismissed. Pain motioned for everyone else to leave, leaving only him, Conan, and the masked man. Was that wise, Pain? If he did that much to them while holding back, I wonder what he will do when he isn't holding back. The masked man said in a deep voice. We simply just want to see his skill. The world isn't ready for Akatsuki. Pain was unbothered by his decision and felt he did the right thing. You say that, but if we lose one of them, it is on your hands. The masked man said, giving him a glare enhanced by his spinning red eye. Who are you gazing at with that eye? You forget who has the eyes of God. Pain gave the man a glare of his own, making the man release some of his ki. You forget whose eyes those are. Have you forgotten why I have these eyes? It is because you are not strong enough to wield them. Pain said, releasing some of his own ki. At this point, Conan was finding it hard to breathe and decided it would be better for her health if she left. Watch yourself, brat, I can easily get rid of you. The man spoke and got to his feet. Pain simply turned his back to the man and vanished from the transmission. A plant-like thing that was black and white chose this time to rise from the ground. He is getting too hard to control. Something needs to be done. The black side spoke in an evil tone. That sounds really bad considering I am black. He won't do anything. He knows I can still beat him. The masked man said and started to leave in a vortex-like hole. When Pain opened his eyes again, it was to the view of a village covered in rain and covered storm clouds. His purple eyes looked over everything until someone spoke up behind him. I don't trust him, Nag, it is Pain. He cuts her off sharply. I don't trust him, Nagato, we need to do something about him. She spoke unbothered by his sharp tone he took with her. I know, but he is still useful to our goal. Once we have it, we can get rid of him and live out our friend's dream at last. Pain said, opening his arms to the village like he was showing a grand reveal. Conan smiled at remembering how her friend would do the same thing when he talked about his dream. For a second she saw the body of her friend but without the metal rods, and a smile was on his face instead of the emotionless face he has now. Yes, but do you think we are going at this the way he would want? She puts her head down and doubt slowly creeps up in her heart along with the guilt of all the things they have done and planned to do. Pain looks at her, making her shift uncomfortably with his gaze on her. You are not losing faith in me now after all this time? Conan couldn't believe he could ask her something like that after all they have been through. How can you say that? After all we have done, it was always me by your side. Conan said, raising her voice at the body of her friend. He stayed quiet for a while, looking at the angry women in front of him. He pictured her as a little girl when she would have the same glare towards him and his friend. She was right, she was always by his side no matter what he did or said. Maybe he took her for granted. No. He wouldn't, he couldn't. Don't question or have doubts in your God. Pain said, turning around, removing his gaze from hers. You are my friend, not my God. Conan spoke in a calm tone, not matching the gaze she was sending his back. She then turned around and left the room, leaving the body of her friend to himself. Tanzaku town. Waiting by the castle was an angry Orochimaru who had several tick marks on his forehead while his butt buddy was watching his master nervously. Damn it, where is that damn big-breasted blonde? Orochimaru spoke, losing his temper at waiting for too long on his former teammate. Kabuto wanted to speak but he was afraid of being under the punishment of his master. I swear when I see her next time. He is stopped when a piece of paper falls down in front of his face. Kabuto grabbed it because of his master's arms and opened the note only to gain a tick mark at what he sees. What is it, Kabuto? Did Tsunade send a message saying she will be late? He walked up to him and read the message, but he also gained a tick mark. In the paper was a drawing of a penis. Along the bottom was a little message for them both. To Snake Pedo and his butt buddy Naruto Uzumaki have kidnapped Tsunade Senju and will be taking her back to the Leaf Village, so if you got a problem with that, I don't give a damn. Oh, and tell Kabuto when I see him I am going to kill him. That bastard was peeking on Anko in the hot springs. Your pal Naruto pees this will blow up in 5 seconds. That brat. When I get my hands on him he will wish he was dead. And what were you doing peeking on girls? Orochimaru turned to glare at the glasses-wearing boy who started to sweat nervously. Well, I was trying to see how her curse mark was removed. Kabuto spoke, trying to come up with an answer that will calm his angry master. Liar. Just for that I won't stop tonight even if someone comes in and spots us. Orochimaru spoke with an evil grin directed towards his favorite plug. Kabuto then tried to run away and hopefully barricade himself in a shelter to avoid punishment. He knew if he was caught no amount of healing would help him walk away from this one. Orochimaru only grinned more. Oh, I love when they run, Kakuku, I will catch you. He then chased after Kabuto with a gleam in his eyes that spelled danger. Naruto. The group had left early in the morning to make their way back to the village, using Naruto and his summons to fly to the village to the amazement of Tsunade and Shizune. Naruto was on a bird with Shizune holding onto him from the back, not wanting to fly off. You know, Shizune-chan, you don't have to hold me so tight, we aren't flying that fast. Indeed they weren't. They were going just fast enough to feel the breeze of the wind blowing hair and clothes. Brat, switch with me, I don't want to be with this pervert. Tsunade spoke, pushing Jiraiya away who was trying to get a feel for his research. Nah, I like the company of Shizune-chan. Naruto says, bringing Shizune into his arms, making the girl blush heavily. She took the chance to get a feel of Naruto's body and a close look at his whisked face. Hey, let's make a bet, brat. Tsunade said with a grin at an idea she just had. Oh yay, old lady, what is it? Naruto smirked at making Tsunade angry with his taunts. They have been at each other like mother and son, often making people think they were mom and son when they were next to each other. I bet you can't do your dad's jutsu. She crossed her arms knowing she had an easy win in her record. Oh yay, what are the rewards for this bet? Well, if I win you have to give me all your money and buy me a year's supply of sake. Tsunade grinned at her terms. She was put on guard when Naruto only grinned back at her. Okay, and if I win Shizune has to be my slave and you give me your necklace. This made Shizune and Hinata gasp and blush while Jiraiya wrote in his notebook like a man possessed. Tsunade-sama, don't take that bet. Shizune shouted over the wind with her face red like a tomato. A part of her wanted nothing more than to wear a maid outfit and submit to anything Naruto-sama ordered her to do. You got yourself a deal. Naruto then chuckled and it turned into a laugh, and despite herself Hinata couldn't help but laugh next to him. I see why they call you the legendary sucker now. Naruto then proceeded to make a Rasengan in his hand. He then coated his hand in Kasumi's chakra and formed the Rasengan into a wind shuriken. The jutsu made a loud screeching sound before Naruto threw it off the bird, and the jutsu blew up into millions of tiny wind blades and caused an explosion so big it parted the clouds. Now Shizune-chan, when we get back I will show you where you will be staying and introduce you to the family. He patted her head. Hinata-chan, would you also like to train with us? Haku-chan likes it. Go on and on about how good you are at medicine. Hinata blushed. Of course Naruto-kun, I would love to train with you, and I also enjoy making medicine with Haku-chan. She flashed him a warm smile that melted the hearts of men, causing Naruto to pull her to him. Ah, Hinata-chan, you are just so cute. He started to kiss her all over, making her giggle at the affection. I will be taking that necklace, you blonde bimbo. Naruto said with a smirk aimed towards Tsunade, who gained a tick mark. Come say that to my face, you fishcake. She said, getting up on the bird and waving her fist at him. Naruto jumped to her bird and they butted heads, glaring at each other. They then laugh it off, followed by everyone else. Okay Naruto, I will trust in you and this necklace. She took it off and placed it around his neck, leaving it hanging right below his neck. She then gave a motherly kiss to his forehead and smiled warmly at him. Do me proud, Naruto. He could only rub the back of his head and give her a smile back. You know I will, or my name isn't Naruto Uzumaki. He pointed a finger to his chest in all his pride, making the others smile at him. XXX Rukia is walking out of school with her friends Konomaru and his group along with Hanabi. Naruto had forced the young girl to play with them and she tried to fight back, but it didn't work. Rukia was introduced to the group when Naruto had enrolled her into the academy. Naruto walked her to school and Kono just had to come up and introduce himself. She was a little shy at first but then warmed up once she was attending for a few months. Man, class was so boring today. Konohamaru droned out at having to sit through Aruka's boring class. I actually liked the lesson in math today, I found it really helpful. Udon said, pushing up his glasses. Yes, it will make our homework that much easier. Maybe if you paid attention and didn't fall asleep you wouldn't always have to try and copy my homework. Rukia stated, poking him in the shoulder. Yay Kono, are you not getting enough sleep at night? Mogi asked with concern for her friend. Hey, lay off me, it's just that his class is so boring. Maybe if Big Brother Naruto taught the class it would be better. Konohamaru said and got stars in his eyes at the idea. Rukia did not think the same way he did. She knew if her dad was a teacher the class would involve a lot of explosions and property damage. That unruly man will do no such thing. I would rather die than have him teach me. It was clear to everyone that she did not like Naruto for how he treated her. Please, you are just saying that because he doesn't treat you like a princess. Rukia said with a smirk to her female friend. Well, he should. I am a Hyuga after all. Hanabi spoke, blushing with anger at how that man had put her over his shoulder and walked around the village like she was some prize to be won in a game. AAA, my dad is awesome, you are just jealous. Am not. A 2. Am not. A 2. Can you two just give it a rest already, Jez? Konohamaru rubbed his forehead in exaggeration. Can we just all agree Big Brother Naruto is awesome? Mogi said with a blush on her face. Agreed. The kids say, except for Hanbi, who huffs and turns her head. They then look up and can see 3 thunderbirds in the sky, and Rukia knows who it is right away. She yells to the sky and waves her hands to the sky. Up on the bird, Naruto looks over to see his daughter screaming for him. That's my girl, Naruto says, and everyone looks and sees the black-haired girl with bright purple eyes. Is that your daughter? Tsunade asked. Yep, and looks like I have to pick her up from school. Oh, is that little firecracker? Come on Hinata-chan, your sister is down there as well. He jumps off the bird with Hinata in his arms, who is screaming at their fall, but Naruto is only laughing. Right when they are about to crash to the ground, he uses his wind chakra to catch them in a small tornado that catches them. Papa! Rukia shouts and runs to Naruto, who catches her and spins her around, making the girl giggle. How are you doing, honey? Did you have a good day? He put her on his muscled shoulders. It was okay, it was boring as usual. But it's better now you are back and we can train. Rukia beams with a smile aimed at her dad. You bet we can. Just make sure that stupid sword keeps her comments to herself. As if it heard what he said, the sword seemed to bump his head like it hit him, causing him to glare at the blade, and the sword seemed to hum with laughter. Papa, she says don't call her a stupid sword or else. Or else what? Is she going to come out the sword and say it to my face? She says yes once I unlock her Shikai and am able to wield more of my own power. Ha, that will give me the chance to beat her ass. Rukia hits him for his bad language. She says you are thousands of years too young to be a match for her. Rukia says with a little bit of pride in her tone at having such an awesome partner. Oh, so she is an old lady? Well, I didn't know that. Naruto laughs and Rukia's sword vibrates angrily. She said when she gets out she is going to freeze your balls off and some other things I'd rather not say. Rukia said, blushing at the explicit language. So Hanabi, how was your day? Hinata gave her sister a hug that she returned in kind. Boring. Can you help me with my training today, sister? I am having trouble with my posture. Hanabi gave her sister the best puppy dog eyes she could muster up. Oh Hanabi-chan, of course I will help you. Would you like Naruto-kun to help as well? He is a good teacher when you get over the pain. Hinata finished casting a gaze towards Naruto, who was talking to Rukia. You get to train with big bro Naruto as well, maybe he can train all of us. Konohamaru said, beaming with excitement. No, that will not be necessary. I can train you myself. An old voice filled with kindness spoke, walking up. Gramps. He then jumped into the old man's arms. You really will train me? He said with stars for eyes. Yes I will, is that okay with you? Hiruzen said, ruffling his hair. What about us? Moge asked with Udon next to her. I can also train you too if you want. Hiruzen gave them a smirk because he knew what they would all say. Yes. The three kids gave the old man a bear hug. Hokage office, man, this place looks the same as the last time I saw it. Tsunade was looking around to see if she could spot anything different from the last time she was in the room. And you will have to find a new assistant to help you. Shizune said, turning her back on Tsunade. Look Shizune, I am sorry about that. But look at the bright side, at least you can be with someone who will be good to you. Tsunade tried to walk up to her long-time assistant and apologize. It's not about that. It's the fact that you bet on me like I was some object. After all I have done for you, I gave up my life to travel with you and you did that to me. I didn't deserve that. Shizune gave Tsunade a glare which made her step back at being on the other end of her student's angry gaze. Tsunade put her head down when hearing her words. She was right. Shizune didn't deserve that. She was nothing but good to her all of these years when she could have just let her be. It was her who always helped her escape from the enemies no matter what shape or size they came in. You are right, I am sorry and I hope you can forgive me. Tsunade bowed her head to her long-time student. Shizune was surprised because she knew her master was very prideful and rarely showed respect to anyone. Okay Tsunade-sama, but you owe me. Shizune gave her master a hug that she returned. They broke the hug smiling at each other, only to hear the claps of Naruto and Jiraiya. Well, isn't that just beautiful? It could make a grown man cry. Jiraiya said, climbing in the window, followed by Naruto, who was smiling at both of them. What do you two want? Tsunade said, giving him a glare. I just came to pick up my beautiful helper. Naruto grabbed Shizune and pulled her into his arms and dipped her like they were dancing, making the girl blush. Naruto-kun, not in front of people. Shin said, hiding her face in his neck. Ah, don't be shy Shizune-chan, I am sure they would like a show. Naruto gave Jiraiya a wink that made the man pull out his notebook ready to write down what he was going to see. Only for Tsunade to grab Naruto and pull him away and put him in a headlock. You won't be doing anything, you brat. Tsunade was squeezing, trying to knock him out. Get your manly arms off me, hag. He kicked her legs from under her, making her drop to the floor. Naruto then put her in a headlock of his own. Tap out, old lady. Never, brat. She then got up and back-flopped, causing them to fall through the floor and continued their friendly battle. Jiraiya, Shizune and the hidden Anbu only watched in shock as the two kept fighting, but everyone could see they were having fun. I don't know how I should feel knowing that he can wrestle Tsunade like that. He has to have some real strength in order to grapple with her like that. Jiraiya said, looking down the hole. I know what you mean, and they seem to just be playing with each other. Shizune spoke with surprise all over her face and all in her tone. A fight between those two would do heavy damage to the area, especially if he summoned that damn Arashi again. They both shiver at remembering the walking god Naruto can bring out whenever he feels like it. Alright Shizune-chan, are you ready to go? Naruto asked right behind the two, scaring them both. Naruto, how the hell are you not harmed from all of that? Well, I just keep healing along with the hag. I swear it would take all day if I wanted to do some real damage to her. Naruto said, scowling at that. Yay, and this brat with his damn endless stamina will take forever to put down. Tsunade appeared next to Naruto with her own scowl. I find other ways to make use of my stamina, Tsunade-chan. Naruto whispered the last part in her ear, making the women blush along with Shizune, who caught what he said. Gee, get out, brat. She punched him out the window and he was laughing all the way. He appeared back in a blue flash and grabbed Shizune by the waist. Alright, I will see you when I see you. He left in a blue flash to his compound. So what did he say this time? Jiraiya asked. Tsunade blushed and sputtered. Gee, get out, pervert. She hit him out the window as well. Now let's get to work. Tsunade sat behind her desk and did just that. 1 month later, Papa, that was the best movie I've ever seen in my life. Can we go see it again? Rukia said, running out of the movie theater. Yes, it was really good. I can buy it for you and we can watch it whenever you want. Naruto and Rukia were enjoying some father and daughter time together. She wanted to see this movie ever since Mogi had told her about it, and he must say he really enjoyed her never give up attitude. I mean, she was all like, wish and slash and divine attack. Rukia made silly motions trying to mock what she saw Princess Gale doing. It was quite funny to see her making exaggerated moves when she already knew how to beat up ninjas. Papa, are you listening? Rukia was poking him in the stomach. Of course I am listening, Rukia-chan. Scratching the back of his head because he really didn't know what she said. Then what did I say? Rukia put her hands on her hips and gave him a glare similar to that of Tsunami. I think they have been hanging out too much. Naruto, though, looking at his daughter. He looks to the side where he can see a horse. Quickly pulling Rukia out of the street, he sees someone riding the horse. Why don't we go and beat up that person? Naruto asked Rukia, who grinned at him. You bet. She got on his back and he then flew after the horse. Catching up to the horse, surprising the woman who was riding it by a flying boy. He punched the horse in the side, knocking it to the ground, and picked up the lady by her shirt. What are you doing riding a damn horse in the middle of the street? Naruto and Rukia gave her a glare that made the woman uneasy. Only for Rukia to gasp. Papa, that the princess from the movie, it's Princess Gale. Faster than Naruto could see, Rukia was helping the lady from his grasp. I am sorry, princess, my papa can be so stupid sometime, but can I have your autograph? Rukia asked, pulling out a picture with her face on it. No, I don't do autographs and my name is Yuki Fujikas. The now named Yuki Fujikas said. Okay, but still just a little autograph. I won't tell anyone. Rukia presses on while Naruto watches her with narrowed eyes. No, it's pointless, you will only shove it in some corner and forget about it. This makes Naruto angry and Rukia holds her head down and just walks to Naruto. For all it was worth, Naruto wanted to run the women through with his moonlight blade and have Ino burn the body. Nobody will ever find out. Pathetic. Naruto says loud enough for her to hear. He grabs Rukia's hand and they walk off, leaving the actress by herself once again. Stupid. She walks away, leaving the horse and people to mumble about how she treated Naruto and Rukia-sama. Uzumaki compound, she did what? Tayuya shouted. Let me at her, I'll kill her for hurting my little rabbit. Tayuya was about to walk out and go do just that. Now Tayuya-chan, we don't want to start anything, do we? I have to leave anyway, Anko-chan says we got a mission to do. Come on shithead, take me with you, I don't want to be locked up here anymore. Tayuya tried to give him her best puppy dog eyes. Naruto only gave her a kiss, making her blush a bit. You have another month before you are off probation and then we can draft you on my team. Go hang out with the others, I've heard the Tsunami-chan wanted to do something with you. He patted her head. She knocked his hand away and gave him a glare. I told you to stop patting my damn head, I ain't no dog. He only gave her another kiss, making her glare go away. Better. he asked with a smirk. No, I think I need another one. He kissed her again, and right when they were about to take it further, they got interrupted by a throat clearing. Naruto, I do believe Anko needs you. Karen spoke with hands on her hips. Quadruple A Karen, great, I wanted you to come with me on this mission. It will help you with your new partner and serve as more experience. During the month, Naruto had to unseal the 4 tails from Roshi and give it to Karen. He still remembers how he felt after it was done. Flashback, you want me to do what? Naruto asked the council members calmly. He heard what they said but just wanted to make sure he wasn't going crazy. We want you to unseal the Biju and place it in a shinobi of the leaf. Hiruzen said also just as calmly, already knowing where this would go. Okay, so which one of you are offering up your child for the process? Naruto looked at the clan heads who all looked away. Even Hiashi, who was cruel to his kids, wouldn't seal a Biju in them and give them such a life. That's what I thought. If you aren't going to give up your kid, then I don't want to hear anything. I will take the Biju and seal it in someone much more qualified. Naruto was about to turn around and walk out the room. Absolutely not, you will seal it in someone we pick, and that is final. Danzo said, slamming his cane on the ground to make his point clear. How about we seal it into you? Lock you up, place slave seal on you, beat you until you are almost dead, send you on suicide missions by yourself and hope to die. Danzo stayed quiet. He knew if they did that he would die. No tricks would help him survive that. Right. I will seal it into someone I pick, and that is final. He walked out the room with a purpose, already knowing what he was going to do. Making his way to where they was holding Roshi. Hey pal, how do you want to do this? I can take your Biju and leave you alive, or take it and kill you in the process. Naruto was blunt with the man because he knew that Roshi was already accepting what was going to happen to him. Roshi stayed quiet for a while. He talked it over with his Biju for a while. When he finally came to a decision, he had a faint smile on his face at the turns of events. Just take him and let me die. After those words were said, Naruto took him to his house and got Karen, who was a little scared, but Naruto made sure to tell her it would be okay. After the sealing, Naruto took his body to the Hokage, who didn't tell him what he would do with it. He felt a little sad at killing one of his fellow brothers in arms, but it also reinforced his plan to go find the others and hunt down those bastards himself. He started to train Karen in using the Biju powers and told her to make friends with the giant ape. The 4 tails was surprisingly cooperative, but he felt Kasumi had something to do with that. He made sure to have Karen train in her own ability so she wasn't over-dependent on the 4 tails power. Flashback end, Anko-chan, we are here. Naruto and Karen spoke, breaking through the window. Damn it, brat, I closed the window so you wouldn't do that. Tsunade said, glaring at the smirking blonde. Did you really think closing it would stop me? That old age must be scrambling your brain. Tsunade got a tick mark on her forehead and was cracking her knuckles and glaring at Naruto. Say it again, I dare you. You old hag. A moment of silence before all hell broke loose. They disappeared in a comical cloud of smoke and began fighting like little kids, which included biting, hitting, and kicking. When they appeared back out, Naruto was standing over a downed Tsunade. Ha! The Uzumaki are on top once again. Naruto laughed until he was kicked right between his legs, making his eyes go wide. Cheap shot. Naruto then fell over, making Tsunade smirk. 100 years too early, brat. Now back to the mission. Everyone's sweat dropped at how she changed the topic like that. Team 11 plus Karen will be escorting Princess Yuki to the land of snow and protecting them for the movie that will be getting filmed. What, I have to protect that bitch? Naruto shot right up after remembering how she acted towards Rukia. What is the problem with that? Rukia-chan loves her movies. Anko said, not seeing why he was so mad. Because we ran into her earlier and she was a complete bitch. She blew Rukia off when all she wanted was an autograph, and that made her really sad. Naruto clenched his fist at remembering the moment. Sandаю felt like it was his time to finally speak up. Now I am very sorry for her actions. Can you please find it in your heart to forgive her? He bowed towards Naruto. What are you, her bodyguard or something? Why yes, and I promise she is not always like that. Okay, whatever, let's just get this mission over with. Right, I have a boat that will leave shortly and take us to our destination. Please follow me and we can head out. Sandаю then turned and walked out, followed by Anko and Karen. Why are you still here, brat? Tsunade gave him a raised eyebrow. Naruto just walked around her desk until he was right next to her. She eyed him with a suspicious gaze all the way. She was ready if he tried anything on her. But he just had that warm smile on his face that made her relaxed a bit. Naruto gave her a little kiss on the cheek and still smiled at her. I will see you when I get back, Mom. He then walked out the office leaving a shocked Tsunade. He called me Mom. Do I act that way towards him? Well, I have been getting attached to him as well. I guess I do have a motherly bond with him. I will see you when you come back, son. The group made its way to the boat and were ready to take off when someone said they couldn't find the princess. Then they all had to get off and go look for the runaway, who was found quickly when Naruto had Kasumi sniff her out. When he found her, she was in a bar getting wasted off her ass. What is with me always finding drunk women? Naruto said, annoyed at his luck. Hey princess, get your ass up, it's time to go. Naruto was standing next to her with an annoyed look in his eyes. What do you want, armor boy? Here for another autograph. She was mocking him and his blue armor. He couldn't let that slide. Bitch please. He hit her in the back of the neck, knocking her out in an instant. He flashed back to the boat, missing the goon who was cursing under his breath. Appearing back on the boat, Naruto handed her over to someone else in order to go by Anko and Karen, who was leaning against the railing. Naru-kun, I wonder how Rukia-chan will react when you tell her about this mission. Anko asked with a delicate finger on her chin and a thoughtful expression. She will most likely take her sword out and try to stab him. Karen giggled a bit at picturing Naruto running from Rukia and her ice powers. Yay. He laughed heartily. And with how strong she is getting, really strong, I will have to kick her training up some more. I know, right? She is getting really good, and not to mention she is studying the spiritual aspects of chakra. She is learning something called Hado now. Karen could agree with that because she was also training with Rukia in her new powers as well. Naruto-kun, we are going to the land of snow. Are you sure you only want to wear your armor? Why not something a bit more heavy? Anko asked, poking his armor chest piece. You say that, yet you are only wearing that black and purple trench coat with a tight black undershirt and a black mini skirt. Naruto pointed out, which made her rub the back of her head. You can at least be like Karen, who wanted to be like her awesome big brother and wear some red battle armor. Indeed, Karen had noticed how good his armor was, being able to withstand higher rank attacks. He decided to get her some made as well. She had a fur collar, unlike he did though. Her fur collar would often catch flames when she used her Biju chakra. Well, I am more of a flexible fighter, unlike you. She exaggerated with a wave of her finger. You sure are flexible. He sent her a wink that Karen spotted and blushed, while Anko blew a kiss at him that he caught. Brother, you are such a pervert. I know you are not calling anyone a pervert, all these dreams you have about that one Hyuga. Her in-ear demon barked in laughter at her. Over the month, the two have become a bit close. He didn't really want to talk to her at first because he rather liked Roshi and was sad he chose death. Karen and her stewburns had managed to worm her way into the heart of the giant ape. He decided to trust her and tell her his name and become friends. She even changed the mindscape for him and opened the key to the seal so he had free access. Shut it, Goku. Karen said out loud by accident. Oh, Goku giving you problems again. Kasumi said from around Naruto's neck. Goku then decided to come from the seal and talk to his sister, or more like try to annoy her. Shut it, dumb fox, or do I need to tell them what happened when you were drunk and you? He was cut off when her tails wrapped around his mouth, stopping him from talking. You said you weren't going to bring that back up, you damn ape. Kasumi spoke in the face of her brother, who was shaking a bit. Right, sorry. Goku held his hands up. Right. She then turned and was about to jump back to Naruto when Roshi tried to get the last laugh. He shot a low-powered lava ball at Kasumi, but she smacked it with one of her orange tails. So it seems you didn't learn your lesson. Kasumi then jumped back on Roshi and started to beat him up, not even stopping when he screamed for mercy. You know, I still find it weird how they can act so normal. Naruto finished for Anko. Yes, it's like I see them do all these awesome things and wield power people would kill for, but I often forget even after all that they still feel and need to live a little. Anko smiled at seeing the sibling bonding. Well, the same can be said for us, when you are not summoning snakes or torturing some poor sap. You are just being normal. Or screaming my name. He spoke, rubbing her back. Yay, you're right. She'll get what I said in 1, 2, 3. Hey, Anko shouted with a tick mark and a bit flustered. I mean, I am not lying. Maybe I should do it again tonight. He pulled her in by the waist. Yay, I think you should. They then got into a heated make-out session right in front of Karen, who looked away, and the rest of the ship crew, who were blushing. Tonight I want that big boy. Anko smirked hotly at the blonde, who was also smirking. And get it you shall. Can we just get on with the mission? Karen moved in between them, still blushing. Naruto, go guard the princess. Anko, just do something that doesn't involve my brother. Karen ushered him away, getting into her own position. She then saw a limping Son Goku coming to her with bruises all on his pale green skin. Well, it seems she did a number on you. Karen picked him up and placed him on her armored shoulder, letting him rest. Why, yay, sis was always the mood switcher. He then passed out, causing Karen to giggle even more. Hours later, in the room of Yuki, she was just getting up and had a headache. She looked around her room with a confused look on her face. I don't remember going to sleep. What the hell happened? That's when all the things from yesterday came rushing into her mind like a dam of water was just broken. That damn blonde kid, it was him who brought me here, wasn't it? When I find him. A knock on her door brought her out of her dangerous fantasies. Princess, are you awake? The voice of Sandayu came from the other side of the door. Yes, Sandayu, just come in and tell me what you want. He opened the door and walked in a tray of food. I have got you some breakfast so you can have a full stomach while you work. He gave her a thumbs up with a smile, making her chuckle lightly. What are you, my dad? No, I could never replace such a great man. Sandayu waved his hands and shook his head like his life depended on it. It was just a joke, relax. She laughed at him for a little. Oh, what is so funny, can I join? Naruto came walking in the room. You, come here so I can kill you. She tried to get up, but Sandayu held her in place with all his might. Okay. Naruto walked over and laid right next to her. You have a comfortable bed. Maybe I should sleep in here for the rest of the trip. Naruto moved the covers out his way and got under the blanket. As if I'd ever lay next to you. She took the fork and stabbed him, causing Naruto to go up in smoke. Only for another Naruto to walk inside the room again. Now that was not nice at all. He waved a finger like he was talking to a child. I hate you. It's nice to know you care. Naruto then left the room to tell his team that the princess has finally woke up. Making his way to the top deck, he can see Anko eating dango while Karen was eating barbecue chips. Well, I see you two are being kept busy. The two girls only gave him a smile, making him sweat drop. Anyways, the princess is finally up. He sat and laid his head in Anko's lap. There is a squad of ninja up ahead, Karen said, sealing away her chips for later use. Only one of them is strong, the others are worthless. I can beat them myself. Karen spoke, getting to her feet and stretching and cracking her bones. Well, okay, my young Uzumaki, make us proud. Naruto and Anko gave her a matching thumbs up. Okay, everyone get to a safe place, a battle is about to go down. Anko yelled to all the workers, who quickly made their way to the lower part of the ship. The camera crew stayed out in order to get a good look at the fights. Here they come. Karen then jumped to the front of the boat to see 3 snow ninjas with armor on top of a one-piece white suit. Wow, you guys look ugly. Karen laughed in her hand. Out of the way, girly, unless you want to die. The fat one with a robotic arm said. Just shut up and fight me. She disappeared, much to the surprise of the snow ninjas. When she came back in a view, it was with a kunai coated in fire chakra that cut right through the robotic arm of the big guy, making him scream out in pain and clutch his steaming wound. Damn girl, kill her. The other 2 charged towards her with kunai in hand. She ducked under a slash and sidestep another slash, jumping back for some space as she went through hand signs in the air. Fire-style fire dragon blast. Karen shoots a stream of fire from her mouth that then takes the form of a dragon, making all 3 of them try to avoid the dragon. 2 jump away, but Karen was able to catch the big one with her chain, pulling him back into the fire dragon, burning him alive. The camera crew was turning green but kept watching in order to get this all for the movie. Damn girl, you are dead. The pink-haired woman went through hand signs at blazing speeds. Ice prison pillars of ice begin to shoot up from the ground in order to trap Karen. The redhead was able to jump away from the ice jutsu, but her foot gets caught and the rest of her body was quickly frozen. Ha, now to finish you. She went through more hand signs. Ice style ice dragon. A dragon of ice formed and zoomed towards the frozen Karen with a primal roar and glowing golden eyes. Karen smirked inside the ice pillar and began to channel her chakra before it exploded in a massive pillar of flames, melting all the ice around her. Shocking the ninjas that she was able to break out, Karen then jumped on top of the dragon and began to ride its head with fire under her feet. Karen went through more hand signs. Fierce flame fist. Karen then coated her hand in giant flames and cocked it back in order to launch it at the woman's whose eyes were wide. It looked like they were going to roll out of her head. Naruto and Anko were watching with impressed faces. Well, it seems that she has gotten really great at using her fire chakra. A little more training and she will be able to use the lava style. Naruto spoke with pride in his voice at seeing her progress so much. I know, I wonder though, will she get a chakra mode like you have? Anko asked, looking at Naruto with a raised eyebrow. Nah, that is special for only me and Naruto-kun. Kasumi rubbed the side of Naruto's face. Who knows, she might create something of her own. He shrugged his shoulders. But it still won't come close to what I could do. Naruto puffed his chest out in pride. Okay, tough guy, don't go acting like the Uchiha. Anko elbowed him in the side. No, I am only stating facts, it's not arrogance. Well, maybe a little. He turned his head, only to turn back to the fight when he can hear the screams of the pink-haired girl. Karen had her tied up and was giving her punches with fire-enhanced punches, burning her clothes and skin. She had to jump back when a giant whale made of snow tried to crash on her. We will be back and you're dead when we do. He takes his pink-haired teammate and jumps away to fight another battle. Karen body flickers back on the boat. Well, look at you kicking ass and taking names. Naruto gave her a high five. Well, what did you expect? When someone trains with you, they are bound to become stronger. Karen crossed her arms and smirked. I might have to start training or you guys will leave me behind. Anko grabbed Karen and gave her a nuki, messing up all her hair. Is it clear to come out now? I don't hear any explosions or screams of pain. One of the ship members poked his head from the door. Yay, it's good, come on out you scaredy cats. Anko said to the shaking man. The rest of the time goes by like usual with the crew filming the scene for the movie and Naruto throwing out comments at the princess just to make her upset, often ending with her throwing a fork at him. Although it was not so simple for the snow ninjas who had to report to their leader. Doto-sama, we have confirmed that it indeed is Kayuki, but she is being protected by Leaf Ninja. Where is Mizor? Doto asked. He was killed by the Leaf Girl. He spoke with clear anger in his voice. Nader, calm yourself. Fubuki, what the hell happened to you? Doto was curious as to who could have done so much damage to his ninja because they weren't weak. Well, they were weak compared to him. The redhead who killed Mizor. You are telling me one girl did this to all of you? Doto couldn't believe what he was hearing come from their mouth. A child did this to an experienced ninja. He had to go and see for himself. Start up the blimp, we are going to wipe him out once and for all. Doto got up from his fake throne and walked out the room. Back on the island where they were shooting the movie, Anko and her team were in what looked like a conference room talking to Sandayu, who was revealing big news. So she is actually a princess of the land of snow? Karen asked with surprise in her tone. Wow, that lady sure knows how to make things interesting. Anko said. So you have just been using us all this time? A crew member yelled. I am sorry, I just had to do everything in my power in order to get her back here. Princess, you must help your people, please, I beg of you. He was on his hands and knees in front of Kayuki, who was looking at him with a heartless look on her face. Only for it to be wiped away when a water bullet smacks her in the face. Wipe that look off your face. You didn't get the ending you wanted, that doesn't mean give up and leave everything else to burn. Stop acting like a child. Naruto glared at Kayuki, who glared back at him. This isn't like the movies, there are no happy endings. She spoke, putting her head down with sadness dripping off her tone. Of course there is if you are willing to fight for it. Makino, the director, shouted from his seat. Normally we would go back to the Leaf and get back up, but I think we can handle this with just us. Naruto-kun, can you tell Hokage-sama what is going on? Anko said. Sure thing. All right, now let's get this movie up and running. Makino yelled and got up from his seat to get the crew ready. Kayuki just watched with a frown on her face. They all travel the frozen island looking for a spot to film the next part of the movie while Kayuki just sat in her room looking depressed as ever. She then got an idea in her head. Alright everyone, let's get this show on the road. Makino yelled coming from his living quarters with a megaphone in hand. Wait, we have got a problem, the princess has run away again. She did what? Alright team, spread out and find the runaway. Anko gave orders to the two ninjas under her command. Right. Naruto put Kasumi on the ground in order to sniff her out while Karen just sensed her chakra. They then all left and nodded to her doing their jobs. Kayuki was running through the forest having flashbacks of her previous memories. She didn't want to go back, she didn't want to serve as the ruler for this land or its people. She tripped and fell face first into the ground and just laid there thinking about her life until now. Her dad trying to bring spring and hope into this land, Sandayu trying to bring her back, and Naruto who kept getting on her damn nerves. Oh man, looks like someone is down in the dirt. She is hit with a snowball from none other than the boy who kept getting on her nerves. She growled in anger at him, always finding a way to make her angry. Will you just leave me alone? I don't want to be bothered right now, just let me be. Well, that is too bad, isn't it? Get your ass up and let's go back. He picked her up and placed her on his back. They then went to walk through a cave in order to get back to the safe house. Why do you always come looking for me? She asked softly. Because it is my mission, you stupid princess. She took this chance to get revenge and hit him in the head. What is your problem? I go out of my way to save you and this is how I am treated. Naruto was nursing the bump on his head. That will teach you to mess with me. Kayuki smirked only to stop when she heard a strange sound. The hell is that? Naruto asked looking back. It's a train. What the hell are you talking about? A train. They then hear the sound again and can see a giant metal shape with a light on the front rushing towards them at high speeds. Oh, that train. He then took off in a sprint, kicking up a trail of snow. We'll never make it. Please. Naruto then picked up speed and blasted off with Kayuki barely hanging on. He was far ahead of the train, leaving Kayuki wide-eyed at his speed. He then jumped to the side, letting the train pass him and Kayuki. Landing in the soft snow with a big grin on his face while Kayuki was shaking from almost dying. Ha 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 ha. Man beats metal. Naruto and Kasumi laugh as if they were not about to die. Why are you and your fox laughing? We could have died. You're telling me you don't feel like laughing right now? I swear you need to get laid. Naruto and Kasumi laugh even more. It's been a long time, Kayuki. A voice sounded from the train, making Kayuki's eyes widen. I knew it, it's Doto. Naruto and Kasumi stop laughing and get up, moving in front of Kayuki protectively. This made Doto frown at the obstacle in his way. A bunch of wooden logs seem to appear out of nowhere and smash right into the side of the train, destroying a section of it. There you have it, men. Our beloved Princess Kayuki is here to watch over us. With her at our side, victory is ours. All the men let out a roar of approval and ready their weapons. What the? Sandayu. Kayuki couldn't believe what she was seeing. The man who was always in clothes too big for his body was now wearing samurai armor along with everyone else who was behind him. Hear me, Doto. We have waited a long time for this day, to see you fall. All the men then charged towards him with weapons drawn ready for combat. HMPH, I thought you destroyed the last of the insurgents. Nader spoke, looking unimpressed at the 50 samurai. With men such as these, there's only one way to lay them down for good. Total annihilation. The train then opens and a rack of kunai launchers can be seen and begin to shoot at the charging group. No. Naruto's fingers then begin to light up. Uzumaki Crimson Barrier Formation. He then slams his hand down and a barrier shots up just in time in order to block all the kunai. Damn, do it again. Doto yelled. Naruto blazed through hand signs. Storm release Raging Storm. A condensed storm formed on top of the train and destroyed the whole thing, leaving only the front part able to get away. Damn, he got away. Naruto was about to go after them until Anko dropped in front of him. Thank you, Naruto, we owe our lives to you. Sandayu and everyone bowed to him. Let's just go back. If you stay here, your lives will be in danger. Kayuki then walks away but is stopped by Naruto again. Go back to where? Your home is here. Get your shit together and fix this or I will. Naruto was getting angry by her bitching over and over again. Then you do it. I have had enough of this nonsense. She walked away again only to be pulled back by a chakra chain of Naruto. Leave me alone already. She tries to fight the chain but it won't budge. Everyone sees a giant blimp rise from the cliff side. From the door Doto tries to grab Kyuki with a grappler. It is knocked away by a kunai from Anko. Hey, I hope you are getting this on camera, I am about to end this all right here. He unsheathed his sword and gets into a stance that Anko recognized. Heaven Splitter Naruto does a vertical cute towards the blimp that slices it in half right down the middle. I am just getting started. He went through more hand signs for his new jutsu. Storm Release Supernova. The attack then begins to form the palm of both his hands and they grow to a massive size looking like a mini sun in his hands. He launches both attacks towards the two halves of the blimp and they make contact and create a massive explosion that can be seen for miles. The attack blew everyone back from the force and even melted the snow in the area from the heat of the attack. When the attack was finished, Naruto and his team jumped down to see a massive crater where the remains of the blimp was along with the slowly dying Doto who was covered in blood along with his broken armor and ripped clothes. Well Dodo, look at you. Naruto smirked at the dying man. How my armor B blocks jutsu. He coughed up blood and spit it out. As if, that weak shit was only going to block a B-rank jutsu, this is real armor. Naruto patted his chest plate listening to the ring of his armor clank. Why did you do all of this in the first place? I hope it wasn't to take over the world or anything. Anko gave him a questioning look. He only stayed quiet, making Karen, Anko, and Naruto laugh. Oh man, it really was, you are so damn lame. Anko was on the ground rolling laughing while Karen was leaning on Naruto who was laughing his ass off. Damn Dodo, you really killed your brother over something as stupid as world domination. I can't believe you, just die already, Dodo. Naruto aimed his sword to impale the man. It's Doto. The man choked up through tears at death laughing him in the face. Famous last words. With that Naruto stabbed him right in the heart killing him in seconds. They then picked up his body and showed it to everyone else, even the camera crew who got it on film. Oh my god, this movie is going to be a hit. Makino couldn't be more happy. His movie was going to be at the top of the charts. So princess, is it still hopeless? Naruto was smirking at the wide-eyed woman who couldn't believe what he just did. Now you don't have any good excuse to not be the princess. You are so annoying. She smiled for the first time in a while, giving him a hug and thanking him. She turned toward the samurai who were all crying happy tears. Alright my people, let's get this place back on the map. They all cheer. Princess, I have found where you can place the key. It says here on this map you can put in the hex crystal and it will melt all the snow on the land. A soldier said, handing her a map. So with that everyone went to shoot the movie normally and everyone was much more happy and if possible, Kyuki's acting seemed to be even better if that was possible. Naruto and Anko were off doing something that shall not be spoken, while Karen trained in her powers some more. The days had went by until they were done filming and Kyuki had time to go find the generator on the map. When she placed the key in there the snow melted revealing giant mirrors and showed a little Kyuki who said she wanted to be princess, and for the first time in years she cried but they were happy tears. She was so happy she gave Naruto a big kiss making Anko grin at getting an idea which led to Kyuki and Anko having the best night of their lives. Well this is goodbye, I will see you some time later down the road. Kyuki said, giving Naruto a tight hug and one last kiss for the road. Stop kissing my man, you had your fun already. Anko grabbed Naruto and put his head between her breasts, making most men pass out from a nosebleed. Don't forget the alliance papers and be sure to remember to train your samurai better. Karen waved the princess goodbye. Now Naruto, can you flash us home? I want to sleep in my bed. Karen whined. Are you sure it's not because you want to see your crush en? He is cut off when he has to dodge a flame fist. Just flash us home already. She yelled with a red face matching her hair. Alright damn. He then flashed them all to the office of Tsunade who jumped along with all of the Anbu who were ready to fight. Damn brat, don't do that, just come through the door will you? She threw a paperweight at him. Ah come on mom, don't be like that, just give me a hug and some welcome back ramen. Naruto said smiling and opening his arms for her to give him a hug. She did give him a hug. I was worried when you sent that six-winged bird and told me what was happening, I was going to send a team to back you up. Her grip tightened just a bit, making him smile. Don't worry about it, Mom, it was easy. Naruto broke the hug, smile still in place. Well, good thing you are here. I need to go back up the retrieval team. Sasuke has left the village to go with Orochimaru. Tsunade said seriously. Not it. Karen and Anko said at the same time, leaving Naruto alone with wide eyes. Hey, that's not fair. He pointed his finger at the two who were whistling innocently. Wipe that stupid look off your face and come help me. Nope. They left in a body flicker, making him put his head down. Hurry up. I had to send Jenin after what could possibly be Jonin opponents. Fine, but you owe me. He left in a lighting body flicker and was now outside the village once again, but this time he was in KCM, only an orange blur to anyone who might have seen him. Naruto was in the forest still in his KCM, making amazing time. He could sense the others up ahead and he could feel they were in trouble. He picked up speed and took off in a golden blur. He came upon Choji first and could see he was fighting another fat kid who looked like some damn orc. Choji was about to eat a red pill. I don't know what that pill is, but whatever it is, it can't be good if it's red. He pulled out his sword and coated it in wind chakra so he could make a clean cut. Choji was about to put the pill in his mouth when it was snatched from his hand and his opponent suddenly stopped moving. What just happened? Choji was confused. One moment he was about to eat the food pill of his clan to defeat his enemy, next thing he knows the pill was taken right from his hand and Jirobo wasn't moving anymore. That's when Naruto landed in front of him covered in what looked like golden flames. Great work, Choji, you held him off and gave me time to finish things. To think I thought you were weak and helpless without Shika. He then disappeared again, leaving Choji confused and a little ticked off. He then heard a thud and saw the headless body of his enemy. What am I supposed to do now? Oh well, I'll just get some rest and wait for the medics to get here. He then dropped to his back and started to eat. Damn, where the hell is Choji? You better still be alive. Shikamaru spoke while leading the rest of the team to get the Uchiha. Don't worry, I am sure Choji will pull through. Kiba said, looking back with a smirk. We have an enemy up ahead. Neji cut in before they can get out of hand. They all have to dodge when a web is shot towards them. They try to cut it with kunai, but they are quickly caught while Neji used his gentle fist to cut the webs. Damn, it seems it can withstand our kunai. Shikamaru cursed at not having a wind affinity. If that is the case, I will stay back and fight the enemy. Neji stepped up and got in his stance. They all stop when they hear something from the forest. I'll deal with him. They all see a golden blur rush past them, and before they know it, the spider guy was cut in half and died on the spot. They all see the shining Naruto, who has a smirk plastered on his face. They all let out a sigh of relief at Naruto being their backup. Shikamaru can't help but think of Naruto as his knight in shining armor, considering how he is literally shining. Man, am I glad to see you. Shikamaru said. Yes, it is good to see you, Naruto-san. Neji said. What the hell are you doing here, man? We don't need your help. He was getting sick of Naruto always coming to save his ass and getting the attention from all the girls. Yay, come on, we have got a traitor to catch. I will go ahead while you guys just clean up whatever I don't finish. Naruto then left in a golden streak. Man, what a drag. Sasuke and Akon were the only ones left. They were currently separated, allowing one to hold the barrel while the other ran and kept watch. Damn. How could things get so out of hand like this? Sasuke was not happy at all. He was starting to doubt if they could complete this mission. I know, this is quickly turning into a bust. Akon said, carrying the barrel. They stop when they see none other than Kimimaro drop in front of them. Give it to me, I will get it to Lord Orochimaru. Akon gave him the barrel with Sasuke inside. Make sure you don't let them catch up to me. He quickly left with the two following them. They didn't see the other two cloaked figures watching them in the trees. One of them had angry red eyes. Naruto was making great time, but he was confused when he felt the chakra of someone he has faced before. How the hell did he survive my attack that time? How the hell did he escape the village in that state I left him? I swear our Anbu are complete garbage. I will have to go and beat their asses and get them in shape. He smirked at that train of thought. He made his way into a clearing where he could see the pale bone boy and some guy with two heads. Man, you guys just get more and more freaky. He spoke, looking at the guy with two heads. Shut up, you leaf scum. Akon yelled. Naruto only sighed at the basic insult. The leaf has been around for years, but yet it seemed as if that was the only insult they were capable of using. Wow, first time I heard that one. Naruto rolled his eyes. Just get out the damn way and let me take the spoiled child. I cannot, Lord Orochimaru must have him. Kimimaro activated his curse mark, already knowing how strong this guy was. Naruto sighed in irritation at this. Look, bone fella, you are really strong and have amazing loyalty. How about you come to the leaf and fight with us? Naruto held a hand out for the young teen. I will not betray my lord. He saved me. Kimimaro coughed up blood and dropped to one knee. Naruto, seeing this, took the chance to capture him. He dashed off, leaving a crater where he used to stand, and kicked Kimimaro in the face with so much force, it cracked his hard bones and formed a small crater under the teen. Naruto followed his path and slapped a seal on his head that would knock him out and suppress his chakra. Sasuke was flabbergasted at what just happened in less than 3 seconds. He didn't even see the golden boy move, and yet he was standing over a passed out Kimimaro. What the hell? How is he so fast? He quickly turned to Naruto and saw him sealing away the body of Kimimaro. This is my chance, his back is turned. He quickly separated from his brother and they went into their curse mark 2 states and went through hand signs for a fireball jutsu. They let loose a massive fireball that burned the ground it traveled over, and they could still feel the heat. You are dead. They watched the fireball make contact with the space he was, and it burned the tree and exploded. However, they were not expecting to see Naruto just walk out of the flames as if nothing happened. There wasn't a single burn on his golden body. Naruto had used a new wind jutsu to make all the oxygen in his area to disappear. He figured if there was no fuel for the fire, it would just put itself out. All he had to do was hold his breath and he would be just fine. How are you alive? Just die. Akon and his brother were about to go through more hand signs until they stopped when Naruto just appeared in front of them and their world turned upside down. He had cut their heads off with his wonderful blade that was bloodthirsty. During their small fight, it seemed Sasuke was able to get out of the barrel and run off. He was about to run off until the Sand siblings landed in front of him. Hello, Naruto-kun. Temari gave the blonde a wave with a smile, while the two brothers gave him a nod. Hey Temari-chan, makeup boy, and Gaara aka Sandman. Naruto gave them all a smile and wave. How many times do I have to tell you it's war paint? Kankuro yelled using the big head jutsu, but nobody paid him any attention. What are you guys doing out here anyways? Naruto said, letting his KCM drop to give it a rest. Well, we were called for backup, but it seems you have everything under control. Gaara looked at the dead body and all of the destruction. That is when the Leaf's retrieval team landed and was surprised to see the Sand ninjas. Whoa, Naruto, you did all of this. Shikamaru spoke first out of the group. Yay, we did, lazy boy. Temari smirked hotly at the Nara. Shikamaru only groaned at the troublesome blonde. Naruto, why is she here? Oh, lighten up, she was sent as backup. This will give you a chance to spit some game. Naruto pushed him towards the girl who was still smirking at him. Shikamaru rubbed the back of his head and had a little blush on his face. Well, I was wondering if you wanted to go out sometime after this. Shikamaru couldn't believe he was looking like a wimp in front of the guys, and it didn't help with the way Gaara was giving him that stare with his sand out. Are you asking me out on a date? Shikamaru only nodded, not trusting his voice. Well, make sure you come prepared, a date with me can be a real drag. This made everyone laugh, even Neji let out a slight chuckle. They then saw a green blur land in a fighting stance. The green beast of the leaf is here, Rock Lee proclaimed until he saw everyone standing around looking at him. Where is the enemy? He asked, confused, and then everyone remembered they had a mission to complete. Oh right, we are supposed to get the Uchiha. Naruto said, and everyone also remembered. He went this way, let's go and get him. They all followed after Naruto to complete the mission. They all made it to the Valley of the End and could see Sasuke standing on the head of Madara Uchiha waiting for them. Well, I didn't think there would be so many of you guys sent to get little old me, but even then, with this power I have now, it won't matter. He activated the first level and the black marking ran across his face. It is all stopped when Naruto appears over him and slams a giant Rasengan into his back and sent him crashing into the feet of Hashirama. Well, that deals with that. I hope he isn't dead, that looked like it hurt. Everyone who was watching this couldn't believe what just happened. Naruto just disappeared too fast for anyone to see him. That move was really brutal, but they all know Naruto doesn't show mercy nor does he waste good openings. Right when Naruto was about to pick him up, he can see two giant water shark bombs coming towards him along with a massive fire dragon. He smirked to himself at the attacks coming towards him. Well, it looks like Shark Boy and Emo finally come back for round 2. Naruto activates his KCM, but he takes it a step further by going into KCM 2. His once blue armor is replaced by what looks like a black undershirt and golden pants. He gains a cloak made of golden chakra with 9 Magatama marks on his collar. On his stomach the seal turns into a circle and what is black lines seem to run out of it and make its way over his whole body. He smacks all of the attacks away with a tail of chakra, making the attacks crash into the cliffside and blow up, causing a large explosion to go off and rock the ground and cause a landslide. Everyone looks down to see Naruto facing Itachi and Kisame. What the hell are those two doing down there? Shikamaru yelled, losing his composure. We need to go and call for backup fast. Lee yelled and ran back to the leaf as fast as he could. What should we do? Neji asked, looking at Shikamaru. There is really nothing we can do, we all could just leave, but then if things go bad nobody would be here to get him out of danger. Damn, what a drag. Naruto will be fine, Gaara said with crossed arms and a straight face. Naruto, however, was looking at the two with his slitted golden eyes. He had a grin on his face at getting able to test out this form on someone worthy enough to fight him. Before we get started, let me take these seals off. He crossed his arms below his waist and pointed out his pointer and index finger and yelled. Release. His body glowed for a second and all of the resistance seals he had on his body were now released. He let out a laugh at being able to move at his full speed. Now let's see if you can keep up. He disappeared in a golden flash. Next thing they knew, Kisame was kicked away into the wall. Itachi turned his wide eyes to Naruto and was punched in the face and sent flying. Kisame was against the wall coughing up blood on the ground. Itachi had a hand on his jaw trying to pop it in place. He activated his Mangekyo Sharingan, all disregard for his health out the window. He knew if he didn't fight with the intent to seriously hurt Naruto he would die too soon. Come on and dance with me, will you? Naruto taunted them with a smirk still plastered on his face. Kisame got up with a bloodthirsty grin on his face. He was going to love this fight even if it was his last. He tightened the grip on his sword and ran towards Naruto, who was also grinning with his own bloodlust showing clearly. They clashed, causing the water under them to ripple and shockwaves to go all throughout the valley. Naruto throws quick punches towards Kisame, who get hit by all of them. He tried to cut Naruto with his blade and hopefully take some chakra from the brat. Itachi, seeing Naruto was occupied, made his way at high speeds to Naruto and tried to hit him in the back of the head. He is caught by a chakra tail and thrown into the statue of Madara. He punches Kisame in the gut, making him fold over his hand. Naruto delivers a hammer fist to the back of his head and throws him towards Itachi, making cracks go up the legs of Madara. Itachi, that kid hits hard. Kisame said to his friend. Yay, I know. He broke my jaw. Itachi responded by rubbing his jaw. They looked at Naruto, who was standing there grinning. Come on, I want to try out some of my new powers. He then formed a Raisin Shuriken and threw it at the two. Kisame held up his sword to eat the chakra. Itachi watched the attack being eaten by Kisame's sword. He didn't know if it could handle something like that, but it did. Naruto was surprised that his attack was absorbed. He thought it would just blow up right in their faces. He threw down a smoke bomb, blinding their vision of what he was able to do. Here he comes, Itachi said, getting ready for anything. They see the same attack making its way towards them again. Kisame puts up his sword again in order to be absorbed. He is surprised when the attack puffs in smoke and it reveals a clone who is smirking. Artis. The clone began to glow white and grin wider. An explosion. It explodes in their face, causing a smoke cloud to appear, and the valley rumbled from the explosion again. The genin who were watching from a safe place were amazed at how strong Naruto was. To be pushing back 2S ranks ninjas back by himself really went to show his strength. Somewhere in the sky, Deodara looks to the valley of the end with a proud smile on his face. It seems someone has discovered what true art is. He saluted to the direction, causing Sasori to sweat drop. Nobody cares about your stupid art. True art is everlasting. The next thing he knew was that he was kicked off the flying bird and was now plummeting to the ground, and he let out a girlish scream. Sorry my man, but don't talk about my art. Back with Naruto and his foes. He was currently watching Itachi clear the smoke with his ultimate defense. An orange Susanoo with a huge shield and a gourd bottle. He had Kisame inside the structure with him, but he was looking pretty bad. Naruto was actually impressed by what he was looking at. Naruto, I will give you props for pushing me this far. However, it ends with this: you cannot break this shield. Itachi spoke calmly. He knew nothing could break this shield. It would change its chakra nature to counterattack any attack he could launch at him. Kisame climbed out of his Susanoo and went through hand signs and shot out a huge portion of water that filled up almost all of the valley. Itachi dropped his Susanoo and walked back to catch his breath. That technique really took a lot out of him. He didn't think he would be able to hold it up long enough to fight Naruto. Kisame then formed all of the water into a giant dome, trapping Naruto inside of it. Kisame smirked. What's the matter? Little fox can't swim. Kisame got in the dome and acted like nothing was wrong. Naruto only smirked at the talking shark. Bitch, what? I'll bust your ass up. Naruto then took out a paper tag and threw it towards Kisame, who looked at it with confusion. Naruto, however, put his hands in a sign and activated the tag. Tandem paper bomb. Naruto quickly flashed outside before he could be caught up in the explosion. What followed was a massive explosion that shook the very ground and caused everyone watching to fall and hold on to something. The screams of Kisame were mute compared to the loud constant explosion going on inside of the water dome he created. Itachi watched in utter surprise. That was the technique of the second Hokage. During all of this, no one noticed Kabuto quickly come in and grab Sasuke. When the 2 minutes of high-powered explosions ended, they all saw a bloody Kisame who was laying on the ground barely alive, but the slight groans indicated he was. He reached out with all his strength and grabbed his sword and used all the chakra stored up to heal him from all the damage he received. He got up to his feet shakily and spit out some more blood, shocking Naruto that he was still getting up. So the problem is the sword. He really can't do anything without it. Naruto thought to himself and got an idea. An idea that Kasumi wholeheartedly agreed with. He made a clone and it went to the genin, who was watching with wide eyes. The clone appeared by all of them, shocking them. Hey guys, I will send you all back to the village now, things are about to get hot and heavy. He grabbed all of them and left in a blue flash to the leaf. Appearing in the office of Tsunade, making her and all her Anbu get ready, only to relax when they saw who it was. Naruto, what did I tell you about doing that? Tsunade went to hit him on the head, but he caught it. Hold on, I am fighting Itachi and Kisame right now and I just wanted to move them out of the way. So when you hear and see all the explosions, just know it's the ass-kicking storm of the leaf. He pointed a thumb at himself. You are fighting who? I will send a squad of Anbu to come and back you up. Tsunade said, not wanting her son in all but blood to die. Don't worry about it, I am actually doing a good job at fighting them. They came at me with the intent to actually put me down, but they just can't dance with me. He is right, Hokage-sama, he is doing a good job at keeping the fight in his hands. Shikamaru spoke up. Yeah, so don't worry about it, just make sure you have your old ass down there to greet me when I come back. Everyone stepped away from Tsunade, seeing the anger on her face. She punched the clones through the roof, making him fly towards the sky with a twinkle. Back with Naruto, he was now on the defensive from Itachi, who was launching fireballs at him, while Kisame would get up close with his sword and attempt to shave his skin right off. However, Naruto was too fast and agile for them to land a good hit. Enough of this. Itachi closed his left eye and charged up chakra. He shot black flames right on Naruto, who screamed out in pain. Only to puff in smoke, making a cloud of smoke to appear, indicating a shadow clone. Naruto dropped down on Kisame and slammed a Rasengan into his back. Naruto took this chance to grab the sword. Spikes came and stabbed Naruto's hands, but he ignored them and tossed it away. Naruto jumps away, dodging shrunken coated in fire from Itachi. Naruto then charged towards Itachi, but Kisame jumped in the way and got involved in a taijutsu battle with Naruto. Kisame took a punch to the face, stomach, left lung, kidney. Each punch making him flinch from the power behind the attack. He was bleeding a whole river, cloak long gone, only in his navy blue pants and ninja sandals. Naruto gives him a roundhouse kick, sending him flying back towards Itachi, who caught him. Fuck. Feel free to help me, Itachi. Kisame said, sending a glare towards his partner. HMP. Don't you start with me. Kisame said with a tick mark on his head. You dance well, but let's see if you still have strength left in your steps. Naruto exploded in golden chakra that began to grow larger and reach towards the sky. They all heard a massive primal roar that made all the animals run away. Naruto was now in a tailed beast transformation. He was gazing down at the two ninjas. He put his hands out and chakra started to form at the mouth of the 9 tails. Itachi seeing this quickly made his Susanoo appear and Kisame went through hand signs as well. Tailed Beast Bomb. YASAKAMAGATAMA. Water Style Shark Bomb JUSTU. The following attack created a massive explosion that blew away the clouds and rumbled the ground, causing massive shockwaves and earthquakes. The ground under them cracked until it blew away. The statues of Madara and Hashirama began to crack and fall, only making it much worse. The attack could be seen and felt all the way in the Leaf Village and those who were close enough to feel the attack. Everyone in the Leaf saw the massive explosion and felt the shockwaves causing some of their buildings to shake. Once the explosion settled down, you could still see the golden form of the giant 9-tailed fox and a slight orange glow in the smoke. Naruto was starting to pant a bit from the intense battle he was having. He blew the smoke away with a swing of Kasumi's tails. He saw Itachi hiding behind his Susanoo that was barely hanging on at this point. Once he shot his attack, he quickly moved his shield in order to defend himself. Kisame was unfortunately not lucky enough to make it behind the shield in time and suffered the full brunt of the attack, leaving him on the ground bloody and dead. Itachi seeing this cursed and his Susanoo gave out on him, causing him to collapse. Naruto seeing this made his avatar fade away and he quickly dashed towards the injured man and punched him away. He looked at the dead fish man and checked his pulse to see if he was down for the count this time. No heartbeat. Dead and gone. He had killed one of them. He grabbed the ring that was on his hand and put it in a seal. Itachi got to his feet heavily beaten. His cloak was blasted off, leaving him in his navy blue shirt and pants. He had blood coming from his mouth and eyes. You look like shit, dude. Naruto had to comment. Why, you are right, it seems you have won again. He stopped to spit out some blood. Naruto was about to finish him off, but for some reason he didn't. He normally would just kill them in their weakened state, but he didn't move. Just get out of here, my mission is over. You should really do something about your brother before he gets himself killed. Naruto turned to the dead Kisame and sealed the body in a scroll. Whatever your plan is for your brother, you should just stop it and tell him straight up. I don't know why you killed your clan, but I know it wasn't to test your power. He then deactivated his KCM2, allowing his blue armor to show once again. He summoned a Thunderbird and climbed on its back. Take me to the Leaf Kuro. Naruto said to the all-black Thunderbird. You got it, Naruto-sama. With that he took to the sky and made his way towards the leaf. While he waited to get there, he decided to get some rest and took a little nap on Kuro's back. Kuro brought Naruto to the front of the gates and dropped him off, letting Tsunade take care of him. He is only sleeping. From what I saw, he had a huge battle. Kuro puffed in smoke, leaving Tsunade with Naruto, who was over her shoulder. Naruto, my son, I am so proud, but I am still going to punish you for doing something so foolish. Tsunade thought with a smile on her face at the sleeping Naruto. She walked to the hospital, listening to the sound of Naruto's armor clank with each step. The villagers waved and asked her questions about their Naruto-sama. She made it to the hospital and got him a room. She took his clothes off and put him in hospital clothes. She laid him down in a bed. He woke up as soon as she sat him down. Thanks for the lift, Mom, you were too kind. He gave her a bright smile, making her gain a tick mark. You were up this whole time. Tsunade hit him on top of the head. I just needed some rest and you just so happened to be willing. The door was slammed open and in came Haku with a worried look on her face. Hey Haku-chan. Naruto held out his arms for the girl and she ran in and gave him a big hug and passion-filled kiss. He returned it with just as much passion as Haku did. Naruto-kun, we were all so worried about you. Haku said, still staying in his arms. Sorry to worry you, but I am all good now. He kissed the top of her head, making her smile. Now tomorrow I will be leaving on that training trip, so tonight you make sure to come home so we can have some goodbye sex. He said the last part in her ear, making the girl blush and shiver. Okay Naruto-kun, I will be there. She then left to go home and tell everyone. Okay, just stay here and rest for a while and then you can go. Tsunade ruffled his hair and walked out. Uzumaki compound. Naruto was released from the hospital and made his way home so he can have a good time. He opened the gate and walked in, locking it back. He walked to the front door and opened it. He saw Anko, Tsunami, Kasumi, Kurenai, Gurren, Haku, Tayuya, Ino, Shizune, and Kin in sexy lingerie waiting for him. They all had blushes and smirks on their faces. What a way to welcome me home. They then made his way to his room and put up silencing seals blocking out all of the groans and moans of the occupants in the room. They had fun all night long. Next day it was early morning and Naruto, Karen, Tsunade, and Jiraiya along with Rukia were at the gates. Goodbye Papa, I will miss you, but when you come back I will be super strong. Rukia said with some tears in her eyes, giving Naruto a tight hug. I will miss you too baby, and I can't wait to see how strong you get. Just make sure you are good for Granny Tsunade. Tsunade got a tick mark but let it slide this time. She smiled and walked towards Naruto. Goodbye son, make sure you are okay. She gave him a kiss on the forehead and brought him into another motherly hug. Naruto returned the hug as well. He gave her a kiss on the cheek like he always did. I will mom, don't worry about me. He then walked back to Karen who was standing next to Jiraiya who decided to stick with them for a little bit. Alright let's get going. Jiraiya spoke walking out the gates. So did you tell your boyfriend goodbye? I didn't see you at home yesterday. Naruto smirked to the redhead girl. Do I need to speak with Neji about something? Shut up. Naruto laughed it off and only smiled at the blushing girl. The next 3 years would be something to remember. That will be it for this video. If you want more, comment down below, like, subscribe. And see you guys later.